Hi everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, and I hope I look familiar from all my years on some of your favorite television shows and movies, or maybe you grew up with me doing infomercials and live home shopping. Well, I'll tell you what, my personal passion is health and wellness. In fact, I'm inducted into the National Fitness Hall of Fame. Now, there's a few things that you may not know about me. The first is that 22 years ago, I lost both of my parents to cancer. And just recently, I went through the passing of a very dear friend to cancer and another to heart disease. Both of them had young children, and what they all had in common was that by the time they got diagnosed, it was too late. Now, today's show is not meant to scare you, but it is meant as a wake-up call, because if we could do something about early detection for cancer or for heart disease, wouldn't you want to know about it? All right, on the show today, I'm joined by a very dear friend of mine. He's an executive producer, worked with him many times, named Sean Cook. And tragically, just recently, he lost his oldest son to a medical condition. So right now, I'd like you to meet my very dear friend, Sean Cook.
Forbes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you're right, I am on a mission. Because, as we all know, some people have pre-existing conditions, right? You've got to be proactive about your health. And you know what that means, but does the audience know what that means?
But how healthy are you? So if I said to you, do you know if any of your arteries are blocked? Do you know that people literally die like that all the time?
My business partner, Alan Matthews, God bless his soul, we became very close. Massive heart attack at 72 years old. Wouldn't go see a cardiologist, wouldn't get a CAT scan. Totally avoidable. Just a boy, pancreatic cancer, another very, very close friend of mine.
So what many people at home may not realize is that by the time you get a screening because your doctor recommended it, you're showing symptoms. Well, then it might be too late. So we're talking on today's show about an affordable, accessible technology to everybody that allows you to get a pain-free scan and to understand if you've got any blockages in your arteries, any actually, it's so amazing. This scan tells you everything in your body.
Well, let me tell you what happened. I set out to try and find a proactive solution to diagnosing pre-existing conditions. That was my mission. And you know, from all the work we've done between neuropathy and stem cell and everything, I knew a lot of people in the business.
Right.
I only found one place in America, and it's in Florida, and actually, folks, it's where we are right now, that believes in what I've been looking for, and I'm beyond excited, and I just want to stand on the rooftops and just tell everybody I found something proactive, and it's called getting a CAT scan before there's something wrong.
Stay tuned to see how you can get a free heart scan.
And I want to introduce you to a very important man. He is the CEO and co-founder of Life Imaging FLA, Mr. Tom Graham. Tom, it is absolutely my pleasure to meet you.
I'm excited to have you here.
CAT scans are not used for preventative. You go to your doctor and there has to be something wrong with you to get a prescription to go get one, correct?
Yeah, that's right, Forbes. You know, most doctors are reactive. It's just the way they're taught. That's the way medicine is. It's been that way for a long time. So reactive medicine, normally you do not get a heart CT scan until something's wrong. The doctor wants to look at a heart, a lung, a liver, a kidney. They want to go in and see what's going on.
So you opened up a facility in Southern Florida. And what is it you guys do at Life Imaging?
Yeah, so what we do is we use this technology for the early detection of heart disease and cancer, the two biggest killers of humans on the planet. And a lot of women don't know, but heart disease is the #1 killer of women as well. Most of the time we think of it as the killer of the husband, right? But actually heart disease kills more women than all cancers combined, unfortunately.
All right, so you're telling me that if I get a scan like this, you can take a look at my heart and tell me if there's something going on?
Forbes, it's so amazing. We can do a 3D image of your heart. We can look at the heart, around the heart with 98% accuracy. And I can tell you how much blockage you have in every artery, where it is. We find aneurysms, all kind of ailments in and around the heart.
Now, the crazy thing about, and I say crazy because you're saving lives.
Absolutely.
You have had a lot of people come through your doors who found something that they didn't have symptoms for it, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. There's been many people that have come through that, you know, and listen, it's the technology, it's not me, you know, it's the technology, but it's the way we use the technology that makes it special. Nobody else really does what we do, and so it becomes very powerful. The mission is to get this message out to everybody, to let them know that it's even available. I mean, if I can get people ahead of the two biggest killers on the planet, heart disease and cancer, in our golden years, this is a time we're supposed to have the best times of our lives, right? We're supposed to retire, everybody's loving life, but we also know it's when the wheels come off.
Right, well, that's how I opened the show. People that I have loved, by the time they got diagnosed, the doctor said, it's too late, there's nothing we can do. If they had gotten diagnosed or saw something earlier, there are certainly actions you can take, whether it might be as simple as exercising and diet,
Yeah.
or you can go in and get some things fixed if you know it's broken. But if you have no symptoms, what are you going to do, right?
That's right, right. And the symptoms show up and you're in stage 3, stage 4, some cancers. You know, we can find some cancers sometimes as far as a decade ahead. We all know that early detection saves lives. And if I can do this with your heart, we can take this accurate picture to let you know how much early signs of coronary artery disease you have. And listen, you know, most of the people that come through here are fine.
Right.
You know, 80% of the people that come through are fine. And I got to tell you, you get the peace of mind knowing I'm in good health.
Well, I want to, you talk about this, and I want you guys at home to hear this. So this is called The Book of Life by Life Imaging. And we're going to meet some of the people who you've had a massive impact on, yes? So I've got a couple of testimonials here that I think you want to hear. For example, it says here, Life Imaging FLA saved my life. I went in for a free heart scan, which we're going to talk about in a second, and how you can qualify for a free heart scan. What's the value of that?
$699.
You can get that for free. You want to watch the entire show here. And it says here, I went because I heard an ad that my mom had recently passed away from a massive heart attack. While I was there, I decided to get a full body CT scan just for peace of mind. I was shocked to get the results, which showed a tumor in my lungs. You remember meeting Karen?
I do. Karen's a lovely person.
It took 5 minutes and gave me a lifetime. I just got chills reading that.
Yeah.
So now we're going to meet Karen. She is someone who they detected cancer in her body, but luckily it was at a very early stage. Take a watch.
If I hadn't have done this for me, then I did it for my family, for the people that need me, depend on me, love me, for the children that I teach, for my own children that I have, for my extended family, for my friends. I've got the most wonderful network and support system of friends, and every day they text me and they call me and they check on me, and I guess I'm going to make a difference. My one friend said, this is not a quiet salvation, that you're really going to leave a mark on this world.
And so just because you look good on the outside, you have no idea what's going on the inside.
I've learned you cannot judge a book by a cover.
Right? And there's no point in being the best looking corpse in the...
That's right.
Okay, well, as I am certainly getting up there a little bit in years, I'm excited because you have made a phenomenal offer to me, my life partner, Joshua, and Sean, our producer, to do what?
Well, we're going to give you guys full body scans today, which means we're going to do a heart scan on you. We're going to do a calcium score of the heart. We're going to tell you how much early signs of coronary artery disease, how much blockage you have in and around the heart. We're going to let you know how you're doing with your heart.
Okay, I have to share something. I'm doing this for you. We're going to read the results because, and now I got a little nervous as I said that, because I don't know if there's anything wrong with my arteries or anything else in my body. I mean, I feel fine. Sometimes a little sluggish, but you never know.
Yeah.
And so the three of us have put ourselves in your hands for your benefit because I want you to see live on camera what we're going to experience. All right, I hope that you are as excited at home to see the results of what we're going to find out from the three of us. Are we going to, how healthy are we? And also I want you to get very excited about your personal health. Is this a time in your life where you say, wait a second, I don't know what's going on in my body. I don't know if there's anything blocked. I don't know if there's a little cancer lying around. If you could see all of that like that without any pain or any invasive procedure, wouldn't you do it? But this show is not about me or Joshua or Sean, it's about you. And it is about time that you take your health into your own hands, because what's important to you? Can you run with your grandkids? Can you live out the best part of your life? Can retirement be fun? Or are you always wondering, do I have a ticking bomb inside of me that could go off any time? And you're giving a free heart scan to anyone who comes to this office, right?
They come right to this beautiful office. You know, it's an amazing facility we've got here. It's our own freestanding building, and we'll treat you like family when you get here. If you go and looked at some of the reviews, you'll hear about the way people are treated in our facility and, the wonderful outcome that can happen just by the experience of coming.
So I want to talk about one of your clients.
Sure.
Because this is typical. She came in because she had an issue and she brought her husband. What happened?
So they both came in, they got scanned. Julie heard about us on the radio, and she had some issues going on. She's actually in menopause, and she wasn't sure why she was feeling a little bit off, and she wanted to come in. She came in, they both opted into the full body scans. She scanned out very clean, very nice, and she's feeling great. And now she says, Tom, I really feel so much better because she had a hard time getting her doctor to help her figure this out.
Right.
So now she knows she's okay, her heart's fine, and no cancer in her body. And unfortunately, her husband got scanned, and he's got 3 majorly blocked arteries. He had to take some immediate action. We got back to him right away.
Steve was actually Cobra on American Gladiator.
That's right.
Steve on the outside looks pretty fit, doesn't he?
He does.
Did you think it's anything wrong when you met him?
No, not at all. And I had no idea he was American Gladiator for, 10 or 12 seasons on the show.
And so now let's hear from Steve.
Hopefully everything is fine, and turned out it wasn't fine. I mean, I could have gone years not knowing, or I could have gone minutes without knowing. another friend who had a massive heart attack in his armchair. If he'd had a scan, he would have known, and he would still be with us today.
To invite Sean and Joshua, we're going to go get scanned,
All
and
right,
when we
I'm
come
excited
back,
for you. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous.
no, that's fine. I'm doing this for you. And the reason I'm doing it is because I also push my health a little bit. And I'm going to say for all of my women out there, stop taking care of everyone else and start taking care of you. Put your oxygen mask on first. So that's what this show is all about. It is dedicated to you, your children, your legacy. And I can't wait to do this.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
We'll be right back after this.
A CT scan is an X-ray procedure that creates cross-sectional images with the help of computer processing. CT images are more detailed than conventional X-ray images and can reveal bones as well as soft tissue and organs. A conventional X-ray uses a fixed tube that sends X-rays in only one direction, while a CT scanner uses a motorized X-ray source that shoots narrow beams of X-rays as it rotates around the patient. There are special digital X-ray detectors located directly opposite the X-ray source. Image slices can either be displayed individually in two-dimensional form or stacked together to generate a three-dimensional image that can reveal abnormal structures or help the physician plan and monitor treatments.
Hey everybody, we are back, and it's a little bit of a nerve-wracking moment because I'm holding in my hand the results of my scan. I don't know what it says. And I'm here with the co-founder of Life Imaging FLA, Miss Judy Richburg.
Hi, nice meeting you.
Now, Judy, how long have you been doing this?
8, 9 years.
What do you love about what you do?
I love saving lives.
Okay, that's a big statement, right? You save lives. What does that mean?
Well, first of all, the people have to take control of their own lives and come in here to get scanned.
Okay.
And by that, I have found many issues with people.
That they didn't know they had.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I make those calls to tell people, this is what we have found. So I tell people, I'd rather know today than worry about tomorrow. And not only have I saved their lives, imagine the other people that I have touched by saving their lives, their children, their grandchildren.
So give me an example without mentioning somebody's name, but what's a scan that stands out for you?
Well, a scan that stands out to me is a lady came in and she got a full body. She had no idea she had issues as far as with her lungs. And lung cancer, there's really no symptoms for lung cancer until you're in stage 4, and it's too late. Okay. So if she hadn't came in, she would not have known. She had half her lung removed. We saved her life.
Wow.
Even the doctor had said, it's a blessing you went in to see this company to get scanned, Life Imaging FLA. Because if you had not, it would have been too late.
You know, it's funny, you have testimonials all over your wall. I have a book full of testimonials, and it does say over and over again, you saved my life.
And do you know, I got cold chills just saying it, want to cry. I'm a passionate person, and it just...
I know, I feel it. All right, so I'm holding in my hand my results. And what the heart scan shows is what? I've got 5 valves here, yes?
You have 5 arteries in your heart, yes ma'am?
5 arteries, okay. And it says here that my calcium score is 3 digits. That's not good, is it?
No, it's not. It's you are starting to develop some plaque.
Okay.
And some blockages, but it's not extensive right now.
Okay, so I am looking at some numbers. They could have all been zeros.
Yes, ma'am.
They're not. They could have been a lot higher.
Absolutely.
And it really talks about here, if your numbers are 1 to 10, you have less than 10% chance of heart disease. But once you get into the hundreds, that you have issues.
Right.
Now, let me ask you a question. So now that I've got these numbers back, what do I do with this?
I'd like you to take it to your doctor, let your doctor review it. He may put you on a different diet or something. I'm not a doctor.
No, and it's funny because my doctor and I have been talking. I had a couple of little higher number, like your LDLs and all those.
Right.
And she did say to me, you need to exercise and eat a little bit better. Even though I do on the outside, I think I look pretty good. But she said, you need to improve. And now that I see the number I'm looking at, what I'm looking at is plaque on one of my arteries.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. And it can be reversed with diet and exercise. It's not extensive.
Right.
I have seen that score be reversed with diet and exercise.
Okay, now you have an example. You've got some pretty high numbers in some people. So again, we're not going to mention any names, but so my numbers, some of my numbers are 0. Let me see what we're looking at here. There's also a picture, and I would like to show this to you guys. Wait, this is actually, so you showed me a picture of my heart.
Correct.
And the little pink thing, I love pink, but I don't love it right now.
That show you exactly where your plaque, where your artery is. And that that artery right there is where you're starting to develop some calcium and plaque, some blockages.
Okay, so the best line of defense right now is I'm going to take this, I'm going to show this to my doctor.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to follow whatever advice she has for me.
Correct.
And I would like to come back in a year
Here, absolutely.
and work on reducing that.
Let's do a comparison to see where if your life changes, style changes, then your calcium score, see if it goes down or go up or whatever it may be.
So now you get to be proactive about your health. I had really no idea. And when I see it in black and white, this is a massive wake-up call for me.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
At what age are you going to get a massive wake-up call, and is it going to be too late? So you have here some numbers of somebody whose name we're not talking about,
I do.
but their numbers are all over the place.
Correct.
Okay, so they've got 453 on the Widowmaker. They've got 118, 295. This is not a good number.
Correct. Anytime there's the number 400 above, it comes across my desk. I'm the lady that calls you to say, we've got some issues going on here. Let's get this to your doctor.
So mine's under 4. This person's is like 966.
Stay tuned to see how you can get a free heart scan.
Well, I have your scores here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And you want to know what your calcium score is?
Of course.
How old are you?
I'm 44.
Yeah, your calcium score is 0. Completely 0.
Absolutely.
How good is 0?
It's the best you can get.
It's the best you can get. One of my arteries has a little bit of an issue, and that would be my score. I have heard that this is reversible with diet and exercise.
Right.
So one of the things that this allows you to do is to be very proactive, to get a screening, and to figure out what's going on inside of you.
Do not wait too long. Take control of your own life. I have a story the day before Thanksgiving. I almost want to tear up. I tear up every time thinking about this. The day before Thanksgiving, this gentleman came in and he got scanned. We were off on Thanksgiving. We got back to work on Friday. His calcium score was on my desk. I called him. I got a voicemail, and I said, Mr. So-and-so, this is Judy with so-and-so. Please give me a call. I need to go over your calcium score. It's very, very important. That was on a Friday. I come in on Monday, and the phone rings, and the reception says, Judy, I've got a gentleman on the phone, and he's crying. I pick up the phone. He says, hi, this is so-and-so. I'm so-and-so's son that you had left that message for. We found my dad with a massive heart attack dead on Thanksgiving Day. He says, Judy, I begged him to call you 2 weeks ago to come in. And I said, if he'd have came in, we'd have saved his life. I'll never forget that as long as I live. Do not wait.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more.
Introducing a new program for your proactive health. Don't wait to find out if there is something wrong with reactive medicine. Get a high-quality preventative CT scan now. Digital imaging has never been so accurate. Come visit the locally owned and operated Life Imaging FLA and get a free CT scan of your heart, valued at $699. To schedule, dial on your cell phone pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan, and you will be connected immediately.
Got our scans, and within an hour of being there, they were calling and saying that Steve had a blockage in 3 arteries. So it was the best thing I'd ever done. I thought I was going there for myself, and ended up being about Steve.
Dial on your cell phone pound 250 and use the keyword free heart scan to book your appointment now. This non-invasive, quick, preventative heart scan is saving lives every day. Be proactive about your health. You no longer need to be a statistic. Get ahead of the 2 biggest killers, heart disease and cancer.
But Sean, where's my Sean?
I know. I don't want you to forget about me.
No.
You got the result for me.
I know.
Am I the terminal one?
No, but you've been so nervous about this.
I have been nervous.
I know.
I'm 55 years old. I've got cancer. My sister, my mum, my dad had cancer. I got it going through. I started having colonoscopies when I was 40 years old.
All right, Sean. Again, your 5 arteries.
Yeah.
You're in good shape. You're in good shape. You're not 0, but you're not
Getting
far
into the
from
gym.
0. Let's say
Well,
that.
but you also lost 40 pounds.
Yes, we did a weight show, and I was in the show, and I lost 40 pounds. So I think that helped.
See,
Do
absolutely.
you think that would have
Absolutely.
made his numbers
It could have
go
been
down?
higher, and then when you started taking better care of yourself,
And in his full body, how's he doing?
it's really good. I can tell that you have had have you had previous with your lung or something back in the
I
day?
did
or
have
something?
pneumonia when I was in Morocco. I nearly.
Yes, sir. I see that here. And it even tells you, you know, the size, if it finds a cyst or a tumor or something, it'll tell you the exact exact detailed. And then what's so good also with the CD that you get, all your 900 and something images.
That's the CD that I got that I give to my.
Give that to your doctor.
I'm going to go see my
Exactly.
doctor anyway. aren't you?
Oh, I'm done. I have an appointment like now.
Exactly.
He
So
doesn't need to go see the doctor.
No.
Zero.
right.
Back to the show.
Okay, I will appreciate
Because
it.
it
Well,
could
but
be going
this is
completely
give me a
out
hug.
of
This is
control.
good news.
I'm so happy. Judy, thank you. And I will see you next year because I'm getting another scan.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say that I need to take even better care of myself because I do think that every once in a while, I will lapse and due to stress.
Yes.
That was the big thing that my doctor said, that the reason some of my numbers were higher is because I lead such a stressful life.
Right.
That's amazing that you can see that, because I remember with both my parents that if we'd caught this or even knew, by the time we found out, they had months to live.
Yes, it's too late.
So I just want to say, Judy, thank you. We got our scans. I know what I need to do. You're in pretty good shape. So is Sean. But some of your stories, let's get back to how many lives you've saved here.
Right, right. Gary comes out in my mind of one of the most special people here. He came in, him and his wife came in to get scanned, and I'm so glad he did. He got a full body. We found an aneurysm in his aorta.
Okay, that's what killed our friend Scott. It's like
Wow.
a blister on
It's
your,
like a
and
blister,
when it
exactly.
pops, you're gone.
Yes.
No warning.
No, absolutely not.
But
So-
you can see that on your scan?
Absolutely. I called him. He took it to his doctor, and his doctor is watching it, and he's getting scanned again to see if they're keeping very, very close watch on it. Let's
Because
just
now
say
we
that.
know it's there.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Can we take a listen to him?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Take a watch this.
He did not have a heart attack and survive from it and end up in a hospital with surgery. It's prolonging his life. Thank God.
Introducing a new program for your proactive health. Don't wait to find out if there is something wrong with reactive medicine. Get a high-quality preventative CT scan now. Digital imaging has never been so accurate. Come visit the locally owned and operated Life Imaging FLA and get a free CT scan of your heart, valued at $699. To schedule, dial on your cell phone pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan, and you will be connected immediately.
They found a tumor in my left upper lobe of my lung. It really took me 5 minutes to get the scan done, but it's given me a lifetime. I'm alive as a result of it.
Dial on your cell phone pound 250 and use the keyword free heart scan to book your appointment now. This non-invasive, quick, preventative heart scan is saving lives every day. Be proactive about your health. You no longer need to be a statistic. Get ahead of the two biggest killers, heart disease and cancer. Get a scan today.
There was an aneurysm in my aorta. If it had blown, I would have been dead. There's results that I needed and needed to know about.
Hey guys, we are back with both the co-founders and owners of Life Imaging FLA. I've got Tom and I've got Judy. That's a life-changing story.
The doctor told him had he had normal or high blood pressure, it probably would have burst. So he's really fortunate. But now he can watch it.
How does it feel to have all of these stories in your world? Why is it important to you?
Yeah. Well, look at Judy. You know, we get and me. I mean, we get teary-eyed all the time. I get goosebumps all the time because it is what it is. You know, this is why we got into this business. You know, it's passionate for us. It's about saving lives. You know, and Judy introduced me to this powerful technology, and I just couldn't stop until we did this. I just said, listen, we have to do this.
Well, and I'm looking at, I have a book full of testimonials here, and so Steve P., somebody that we're going to meet.
Yeah.
Tell me about Steve.
Yeah. And then after he retired from the police department, he started an arborist business. He does trees, right? And he's a very active guy. He's a very fit guy. And, we found 3 blocked arteries.
Right, I'm going to read this. He said, best choice I've ever made, ! It turns out the test did save my life. I went in and weeks later had an angioplasty done. I had 2 stents put in and 1 artery that was 90% blocked.
Yeah.
That means he was bound for a heart attack.
That's correct.
And he had no idea.
None whatsoever.
Oh, and the other artery was 100% blocked.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. And
Yeah.
so today I'm here because of you guys. Thank God and thank you for what you do.
Introducing a new program for your proactive health. Don't wait to find out if there is something wrong with reactive medicine. Get a high-quality preventative CT scan now. Digital imaging has never been so accurate. Come visit the locally owned and operated Life Imaging FLA and get a free CT scan of your heart, valued at $699. To schedule, dial on your cell phone pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan, and you will be connected immediately.
Got our scans, and within an hour of being there, they were calling and saying that Steve had a blockage in 3 arteries. So it was the best thing I'd ever done. I thought I was going there for myself, and ended up being about Steve.
Dial on your cell phone pound 250 and use the keyword free heart scan to book your appointment now. This non-invasive, quick, preventative heart scan is saving lives every day. Be proactive about your health. You no longer need to be a statistic. Get ahead of the 2 biggest killers, heart disease and cancer.
Turned out that I had severe blockage in 2 of my major arteries. I just want to thank him from the bottom of my heart that, this has saved my life. I could live a lot longer, spend time with my family and my grandkids.
He's feeling so much better now, and I'm so happy he was able to come in.
I just want to say that you guys are an absolute blessing. And you know it. I get the emotion from you about, first of all, seeing the testimonials everywhere. You are, in fact, saving lives. When I talk to Eric, the tech, he's like, this is a lot more fun because when he's in the hospital, you know those people are already sick.
That's right.
Here, 80% of the time, you get, oh my gosh, you're completely healthy and you're fine. Go home and live a great life.
Right, that's right.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more.
Introducing a new program for your proactive health. Don't wait to find out if there is something wrong with reactive medicine. Get a high-quality preventative CT scan now. Digital imaging has never been so accurate. Come visit the locally owned and operated Life Imaging FLA and get a free CT scan of your heart, valued at $699. To schedule, dial on your cell phone pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan, and you will be connected immediately. Get ahead of the 2 biggest killers, heart disease and cancer. Get a scan today.
But now the question is up to you. How important is your health to you? And if I told you that you could predict, if you knew something was going wrong, wouldn't you want to know about it? Especially if I told you that it was not hard to do, not terribly expensive, very affordable, given the options. And now you can do that. I got to tell you, I am very proud of myself for taking action and meeting the folks along with Sean and Joshua at Life Imaging FLA. They are doing amazing work, but they can't connect to you if you don't pick up the phone or look at the website down below and take action. And here's why you want to do it. It takes 15 minutes of your life. You can do it with your clothes on, no injections, no surgery, and I'll tell you what, you walk away with the report. This is what you're going to do next. It's like saying, you know what, I'm never going to look at the engine on my car. Oh, well, one day the oil just ran out because I wasn't really looking at it and keeping up on it. Well, you can't see inside your body, but they can. And I'll tell you what, holding this and taking it to your doctor is a phenomenal experience. You now have a handle on your health. And it's my wish that you do something positive, not only for you, but for someone you love. I'm going to take a moment to think about the people that I loved in my life who are no longer here. And we all have that story. That if they had had a bit of early detection, you do not want to hear the phrase, it's too late, there's nothing we can do. If you could take action right now, they are offering you a free heart scan. It's completely painless. You can see what's going on inside of all of your arteries. And I'll tell you, a couple of weeks ago, I did go to my doctor and she read my little levels and that and said I needed to exercise more. Today, I definitively saw a number that my goal is to make it lower. And I know I can do that with exercise and diet. But what do you know? Do you know if there's a spot somewhere, if a cyst somewhere, and they can see everything inside of you? I can't say enough about the company. It's located here in Southern Florida. I've been in their office. My hope is that you do the same thing. All right, you need to take action right now. There is no tomorrow, right? So the number's on your screen, the website's on your screen. Take action and share some really good news with us. I look forward to it.